What's this black screen doing here?
Well, good morning, Tyrone.
Good morning, Pablo. It certainly is a nice morning today, right?
I guess it is, but I'm not too sure. Let me look out the window to see if it really is nice outside. Tyrone, it doesn't look like it's going to be a nice day today, at least not weather-wise. Because I just looked out the window, and it seems like a thunderstorm is coming.
Really? Uh-oh. That can't be good. Shall we go downstairs and ask Aunt Zara and Aunt Zoey about this?
Sure, let's do it. But one thing is certain, I'm definitely still not enjoying living here with them. Because ever since they kidnapped us 2 months ago, they've been acting very nasty and abusive towards us. Not only that, but it also seems like they never even care about us. Because if you think about it, they rarely feed us, they haven't bought beds for us, and sometimes whenever we're locked inside this stupid bedroom, they never even check up on us to see if we're alright. It's like they're not even aware of our existence.
You're absolutely right, Pablo, and I definitely agree with you on that. It seems like Zoey and Zara never care for us at all, and I feel like I've gotten to the point where I'm on the very edge of losing my last brain cell. If the day we've both been away never does come in the near future, I cannot wait to get out of here. We'll finally escape from those two weirdo girls.
Tyrone, I just came up with a very interesting idea. What if you and I took a trip to Maine so we could visit Mabel? I'm sure it would be so much fun. We could play all day long on her farm, cook a lot of delicious food, stay up late, tell scary stories to each other, watch TV, and then eat her famous blueberry pancakes for breakfast in the morning. What do you say to that?
You know what, Pablo? I love that idea. Perhaps we could both go to the Vainville International Airport and catch a plane heading to Maine, and then we'll go stay at Mabel's farm for perhaps as long as we want. And it'll definitely be the great opportunity for us to unwind after being here at Zoey and Zara's house for way too long. And let's do it today since it's Wednesday.
I agree with you, Tyrone. Now, let's go downstairs and tell Aunt Zara and Aunt Zoey about this.
So today's weather forecast shows that it's going to be stormy here in Beyondville, with severe thunderstorms occurring all across the east coast of the United States for the next 6 months, starting this Friday. Do you see the little rainy picture right here?
Oh my God, Zoey. Did you hear what the news anchor just said on the TV? There's a 100% chance of severe thunderstorms that's going to last for 6 whole months. It even says that it's going to be stormy all over the east coast of the United States.
Yes, Zara, I see that. This truly is a very shocking news report indeed. I wonder what you and I are going to do for the next 6 months while the upcoming weather lasts.
Good morning, Aunt Zara and Aunt Zoey.
Ugh. Good morning, Pablo and Tyrone, I guess. What do you two little brats want with our lives?
Aunt Zara, me and Tyrone woke up out of bed a few minutes ago, and we just came up with a fun and exciting idea.
Oh yeah, wise guy? Well, what is it?
Me and Pablo want to take a vacation to Maine so we can visit our friend Mabel. You both remember Mabel, right?
Oh, wait a second. Don't tell us. Let us guess. Is Mabel that trigger-happy old lady who lives on a farm way out in the countryside? Is she also that same person you two always love to talk to on the telephone?
Yes, and Zoey, that's exactly who me and Pablo are talking about. We're planning to take a vacation to Maine so we can spend some time with her and hang out at our farm for a while. So can me and Pablo please go to the Vainville International Airport so we can fly over to Maine?
Well, Pablo and Tyrone, the answer is no. Because first of all, the Weather Channel on the TV literally just said that there is a 100% chance of severe thunderstorms all across the east coast of the United States that's expected to occur on Friday this week, and it's going to last for 6 whole months. Second of all, me and your Aunt Zoey are not letting you two go to Maine to visit that trigger-happy old lady, because we both hate you two little brats so much, and when we both adopted you two by force, you both are now ours to keep forever. And third of all, you two brats both have to go to school today. So that's too bad, Pablo and Tyrone.
Come on, Aunt Zoey and Aunt Zara. Me and Tyrone both really want to visit Mabel. Can you please drive us to the airport so we can catch a plane?
Pablo, we already told you and Tyrone. The answer is no.
Now both of you go to the front door, grab your backpacks, go outside and wait for the school bus to pick you up and take you to school. Before you two leave, we would like both of you to know a few things. Me and your Aunt Zoey already packed up your lunch boxes, so now you both won't have to worry about keeping track of your lunch money, and also so you both won't have to eat the lunch they have in the school cafeteria. And when you two both get home from school today at 2 o'clock this afternoon, we won't be home, because at noon today, we're leaving to go to a Justin Bieber concert on the other side of town. So you two are going to be home alone until we both get back at 7:30 p.m. tonight. Okay?
Oh really? That sounds very interesting. Well, goodbye Aunt Zoey and Aunt Zara. I guess me and Tyrone will both see you two late tonight.
Yes, Pablo, you certainly will. I hope you both have a fine day at school today.
I'm certain that we will. Goodbye, Aunt Zoey and Aunt Zara. We love you.
Oh Tyrone, you only say that whenever we do something nice for you and Pablo.
Man Tyrone, it really stinks that we have to be at school today. I really wish we were both at Mabel's farm right now instead of on our way to boring and silly old school.
Yes, Pablo, I agree with you, Titanic time. Hopefully, when the dark and stormy weather comes, it will cause school to get cancelled. Say, imagine if that literally happened for real. If the 6-month-long thunderstorm will be so bad and severe enough, it will cause school to get cancelled for the entirety of the bad weather. So therefore, school will most likely be cancelled for half a year. That is, of course, if the weather will be bad enough. So we'll definitely got to think of something fun to do while school is out for that long. Right?
Yes, Tyrone, you're absolutely right about that. Let's both pray to God that it'll happen. Wait a second, Tyrone. I just remembered something. We both bought airplane tickets and didn't tell Zoey and Zara about it. So not only do I have an idea, but I also have a plan. Want to know what it is?
Yes, Pablo, I do. What's this interesting plan you just came up with?
As soon as we arrive at school, you and I will both make ourselves look like we're sick with the flu. We'll ask Mr. Thompson if we can both go see the school nurse, and hopefully, he'll say yes. And instead of us going to the nurse's clinic, we'll quietly sneak over to the boys' bathroom, open the window, climb through it, and then you and I will both escape from the school undetected. And once we've both escaped from school, we'll head over to the Vainville International Airport, catch an airplane heading to Maine and finally get to visit Mabel.
Oh my God, Pablo. You're a genius. I love that amazing plan you just explained to me. You know what? Let's do it. As soon as we get to school, we'll both begin our amazing escape.
Good morning, class. Let's start the day off with reading. Please take out a pencil and your reading notebooks. Today, we will be discussing a new chapter of the Hunger Games. Before we begin, does anyone have something they want to tell or ask me? Yes, Pablo, what is it?
Mr. Thompson, can me and Tyrone please go to the nurse? We are both feeling extremely sick to our stomachs. I think we are both coming down with the flu.
Sure, Pablo, you and Tyrone can go see the nurse. I understand if you're both not feeling well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thompson. Now if you'll excuse me and Pablo, we've got to go.
Hey, wait a second. Remember that you've got to take the nurses. Pass. Huh, there's something strange about what all just happened.
Is something wrong, Mr. Thompson?
I wouldn't really worry about it too much anymore, Viley. Let's just mind our own business and let Pablo and Tyrone go to the nurse's clinic.
Alright, Tyrone, are you ready to get the heck out of this boring and silly old school and head over to Mabel's farm?
Most definitely, Pablo. Let's both quietly sneak over to the boys' bathroom and climb out the window so we can both escape from the school undetected. Then after that, we'll go to the Maine International Airport and catch our flight.
Alright, Tyrone, now that we're both inside the boys' bathroom, are you ready for us to open the window and escape?
Yes, Pablo, I certainly am ready. Let's go ahead and open the window and get the heck out of here.
Wow, Tyrone, I literally cannot believe it. We actually escaped school for real. Isn't this amazing?
It certainly is, Pablo. But the job's only half done. But that's okay, because the second half of our plan is even better than the first half. Now that we've escaped from the school building, now we can go to the airport and catch our flight. Then after that, we'll finally be with Mabel.
Yep, Tyrone, that's in fact 100% true. Now let's hurry to the airport and catch our plane before it takes off to Maine without us.
I agree. Mabel, here we come.
Welcome to the Vionville International Airport. How can I help you two young men?
We recently purchased 2 airline tickets for a trip to Friendship, Maine. And now we're wondering what we're supposed to do with them before boarding the airplane.
Well, sir, I'm glad you asked. Just simply give your airline tickets to the airport gate agent, and you both will be granted access to board the airplane. Also, there's an airplane getting ready to depart to Presque Isle International Airport in Aroostook County, Maine. Your plane is American Airlines Flight 1474. When it's ready to depart, you two will both board at Gate F.
Excellent. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh man, Tyrone. I can't believe it. With all the success we've made together so far, we are both getting even closer and closer to seeing Mabel.
I know, Pablo. I'm super excited for both of us to finally go to Maine like we both dreamed all about today. Now all we have to do is wait for our plane to be ready to take off.
Attention. American Airlines Flight 1474 is now boarding and almost ready to depart. Repeat. American Airlines Flight 1474 is now boarding and almost ready to depart.
You hear that, Tyrone? It sounds like our plane is ready now. Come on, let's go catch it and escape to Maine.
I agree, Pablo. Next stop, Maine.
Wow, Tyrone, we made it. And now we're officially on the airplane heading to Maine.
I know, right? It's both exciting and amazing at the same exact time. I honestly didn't think we were going to make it. I hope we didn't forget anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order for the captain to push back from the gate, we need all passengers to be seated with their seatbelts securely fastened.
So Tyrone, what fun things shall you and I do once we get to Mabel's farm?
Oh man, Pablo, I can think of 4 fun things that you and I can do. We could play inside her barn, watch some TV, tell scary stories to each other, and all that stuff. And who knows? Perhaps Mabel even has board games, like Battleship and Scrabble.
Yet, perhaps she does. I'm sure we're going to do it all when we get there.
Attention passengers, welcome aboard American Airlines Flight 1474. Today, we're taking a non-stop direct flight to Aroostook County, Maine. It's expected for this flight to be exactly 4 hours long in duration, so we've got plenty of food and beverages packed up on this plane for when it's time for lunch. We also hope that everybody enjoys the flight.
Pablo, what's wrong? Is something the matter?
Tyrone, I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I can't help but feel like we forgot something.
Don't worry, Pablo. We haven't forgotten anything. I remember that you and I didn't really plan on packing up our suitcases, so we didn't forget anything baggage-wise. And even if we did forget something, I believe we left our backpacks and lunchboxes back at school. But I wouldn't worry about it at all, because after all, we don't care about any of that stuff. There will be no talk about school, teachers, principals, or even Zoey and Zara on this trip. Am I right?
Yet, you're right. You're right. We're fine.
Nothing to worry about.
Chris, Meg, and Viley, you all look really deep in thought about something. Is something the matter?
Mr. Thompson, we haven't seen Pablo and Tyrone all day today. They were both supposed to come to school today like all the other students at the Vineville High School.
What are you talking about, Meg? They went home feeling sick with the flu, didn't they?
Well, Mr. Thompson, they did, but something's telling me that they were faking feeling sick with the food just so they could ditch school and go do something fun like playing at the arcade or something. Because believe it or not, they were both actually feeling completely fine this morning when we all rode the school bus together.
Guys, I think I know what's happening.
Wait a second, Viley, what are you talking about?
Mr. Thompson, you're not going to believe this, but this morning when me, Meg, Chris, Pablo and Tyrone were all riding the school bus together, I overheard Pablo and Tyrone whispering to each other about pretending to feel sick with the flu so that they could quietly sneak into the boys' bathroom, climb through the window and escape from the school undetected. And to make matters worse, I recently got a phone call from their two aunts, Zoey Balkin and Zara Dawson, and they told me that they said something about taking a vacation to Maine so they could be together with some old lady named Mabel.
What? Oh my God. Viley, thank you very much for telling me about this. I knew something was suspicious about all of this. Because when Pablo and Tyrone walked out of the classroom, they didn't take the nurse's pass with them. So Viley, you get 3 gold stars for telling me exactly what Pablo and Tyrone were both scheming about together this whole time. And as for you, Chris and Meg, you both get 1 gold star for wondering what was going on. I'll be right back, class, because I'm going to report this to Principal Skinner. While I'm gone, please take the time to do more geometry problems.
Hello, Mr. Thompson. What brings you here into my office, and why do you look so angry?
Principal Skinner, I came here to tell you something really important, serious and urgent. You won't believe this, but Pablo and Tyrone asked me to go see the school nurse first thing in the morning. And they didn't take the nurse's pass with them. To make matters worse, Viley recently told me that they apparently plan to escape the school undetected by going to the boys' bathroom and jumping out the window. Not only that, but their 2 aunts, Zoey Balkin and Zara Dawson, also told Viley that they said something about taking a vacation to Maine so they could be together with some friend of theirs, which is an old lady named Mabel.
Thank you very much for telling me about this. I'll notify their aunts about it, but unfortunately, I'm kind of busy right now, so I'll tell them later.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. We've now arrived in Aroostook County, Maine. You're all now allowed to gather up your baggage and get off the airplane.
Well, Pablo, it looks like we finally made it to Maine. And I guess the flight attendant was right. That flight really was 4 hours long. Now that we've officially made it to Maine, let's catch a cab and head over to Mabel's farm.
I agree with you, Tyrone. Let's go. There it is, Tyrone. In all its glory. Mabel's beautiful house. I'm so ready and super excited to finally begin our vacation fun. Aren't you?
Yes, Pablo, I sure am. Let's go up to the front door and ring the doorbell so Mabel will let us both in.
Man, what a peaceful day it is today. There's nothing like relaxing at home and watching some TV. What can go wrong besides the upcoming severe weather? Hey, it sounds like someone is at the front door. I wonder who it could be. I'm going to go let them inside. Oh, why hello Pablo and Tyrone. It's a pleasure to see that you two have both come over for a visit to my house.
Yes, Mabel, you're absolutely right. Can me and Tyrone please come inside and hang out with you? We flew all the way from Vionville to here inside an airplane, and we both wanted to spend time with you for a while.
Well, of course, Pablo. I'm always happy to have friends over to my house at any time. You and Tyrone both come on inside, and I'll make you all right at home. So, what fun things do you two want to do?
How about we watch TV?
You know what, Tyrone? That's not a bad idea. I was already watching TV when you and Pablo both got here, and now that y'all are here, how about I put on a movie?
Sure, Mabel, let's do it. Can we watch The Lion King? And no, not the live-action remake from 2019. I mean the original animated film from 1994.
Of course, Pablo. I love The Lion King. Let's change the TV's channel to Disney Plus and pull it up.
Good. That's nice. Oh, and also, do you think you could make something to eat for me and Tyrone? We would both like a bowl of cereal.
You got it, Pablo. If you and Tyrone both want cereal, then I'm happy to make bowls for y'all. And I know just the cereal to serve you two young men.
Man, Tyrone, this is the life. I'm enjoying being here already. Aren't you?
Indeed, Pablo. Relaxing and having fun here at Mabel's house is way better than being practically quarantined back at Zoey and Zara's house.
Here you go, Pablo and Tyrone. I made a bowl of cereal for both of you. And guess what else? It's double chocolate crave, your favorite.
Thank you very much, Mabel. Me and Tyrone both love double chocolate crave. It's our #1 favorite cereal. You certainly do know what we love. Our compliments to the chef.
Anytime, Pablo. And you're absolutely right. I really do know what you and Tyrone both love, and I've got to admit that I'm a great chef.
Hey Mabel, I just noticed that you own a rifle. I think that's really cool and interesting. Could you please explain to me what that's all about with you owning a rifle?
Well, of course, Tyrone. I'm happy to tell you and Pablo anything. So boys, you see, back when I was your age, I served in the United States Army during the Vietnam War, and I was given a rifle with loads and loads of ammo. Not only that, but I was also given a gas mask and hard hat with a built-in flashlight, which I actually have stored upstairs in my bedroom closet. I successfully completed a ton of battles, and I was rewarded with a bunch of badges, medals, and trophies, which I have stored in the garage. I was also rewarded with a weed killer backpack sprayer and gaseous rat poison, because back then, rats were easily able to crawl into people's houses. And I've got to say, I'm really quite proud of myself for being a brilliant and successful United States Army soldier. Nowadays, I usually just use my rifle and hard hat to go hunting out in the countryside, especially at night. I certainly don't need my rifle right now, but maybe I can use it somewhere later on. Oh, and also, Pablo and Tyrone, please remember that, if we're ever in any danger, like, if some burglars or criminals broke into the house and threatened to hurt any one of us, that's when I'll use my rifle to scare them away. I probably won't shoot them for real, because once the burglars or criminals see my rifle, they'll be way too scared to do anything else dangerous or threatening. Unless, if those criminals are murderers who have killed innocent people and are truly wanted by the FBI, that's when I'll have to shoot them for real.
Well, Mabel, that's amazing. You've really been through quite a lot in your life. I never knew that you were a U.S. Army soldier who fought in the Vietnam War. And it really warms both my heart and brain to know that you'll defend me and Tyrone from bad people if we're ever in any danger.
Well, of course, Pablo. That's what friends are for. And what do you say tonight for dinner? I'll cook up my famous Salisbury steak with that delicious Kraft macaroni and cheese that I always love to buy from Publix.
Sure thing, Mabel. We always love it when you cook food for both me and Pablo. You cook the most delicious food in America. And you've got to admit that our favorite fast food restaurants, such as Taco Bell, Pizza Hut and KFC, make delicious food as well. Who knows? Perhaps we could go eat at any one of those places for lunch tomorrow.
You know what, Tyrone? That's not a bad idea. If you and Pablo want to eat at any one of those places for lunch tomorrow, then I'm certainly happy to take both of you there. Because after all, you two are both young men, and it's really important that the both of you eat lots and lots of food to help your bodies grow bigger and stronger.
That food was delicious. Thank you very much once again, Mabel. You've proven to both me and Tyrone that you're a great chef.
You're very welcome, Pablo. And I'm indeed a fine chef, when it comes to meals like this. Now that we've finished dinner, what do you two young men want to do now?
Well, it's 7:30 p.m. as of right now. Usually, me and Tyrone both stay up until 11 p.m. But since we're both extremely exhausted from traveling all the way from Washington to Maine inside an airplane, we've decided to just go ahead and hit the hay. Is there a guest bedroom that me and Tyrone can both sleep in together tonight?
Well, Pablo, believe it or not, my house actually doesn't have any guest bedrooms. But since you two are my special guests, I'll let you two sleep together in my bedroom tonight. And that leaves me to sleep on the couch in the living room. So you and Tyrone both go ahead and get cozy in my bedroom, and I'll clean up after dinner. And in a half hour, I'll come into my bedroom with 2 cups of my famous hot chocolate, for you guys, and with extra marshmallows just the way you two young men both like it.
Aw, thank you very much, Mabel. It's so nice of you to make hot chocolate for me and Pablo. You're the sweetest person we know, and we're both so grateful that we have you as a friend.
We're home. Pablo?
Tyrone?
Zoey, I don't see or hear Pablo and Tyrone anywhere. Where do you think they could be?
Gosh, I don't know, Zara. Maybe they went to bed. Let's go see if they're upstairs inside their bedroom.
Hey. Zoey, do you see this? Pablo and Tyrone are not even in here. Where in the world do you think they could be?
Oh God, Zara, I have no idea. Should we contact the authorities and file a missing person report?
Oh, suddenly I'm getting a phone call from Principal Skinner. I wonder what he has to tell us. Hello?
Hello, is this Zara Dawson?
This is she.
Greetings, Zara. This is Seymour Skinner. I work as the principal of the Vianville High School. I need you and Zoey walking to both of them here to the school place soon as possible, because me and Mr. Steve Thompson both need to talk to you girls about something extremely serious.
Okay, Principal Skinner, we're coming over there right now. Goodbye. Zoey, Principal Skinner just called me, and he says that you and I both need to get to the Vianville High School as soon as possible, because he and Mr. Thompson both need to talk to us about something extremely serious. So without further ado, I suggest we go right now.
Agreed, Zara. Let's go.
Hi Zoey and Zara. We're so glad that you both could come on such short notice. There is something extremely important we need to discuss with both of you.
I know, Mr. Thompson. You told me about it through the phone call. Me and Zoey both got here as quickly as we could. So, what is it that you and Principal Skinner need to tell us?
Well, Zara, you see, let me go ahead and tell you and Zoey what all exactly happened. I checked the footage from the school police security camera system, and it basically explains the whole entire story. So earlier today, Pablo and Tyrone asked Mr. Thompson if they could go see the school nurse first thing in the morning. Mr. Thompson said yes, and they both walked out of the classroom without saying another word, and they also did take the nurse's pass with them. After Pablo and Tyrone exited the classroom, they both walked towards the boys' bathroom together instead of going to the nurse's clinic. And you both are definitely not going to believe this part. Once Pablo and Tyrone got inside the boys' bathroom, they opened the window, climbed out of it, and escaped from the school undetected. So yeah, that's basically what all happened. But that's not the worst part. Do you both want to know what all makes the story even more worse?
What is it, Principal Skinner?
At 10 on today, Viley Anderson told Mr. Thompson that Pablo and Tyrone were both skimming about something together. This morning when she, Chris and Meg Griffin, Pablo, and Tyrone were all riding the school bus together, and she overheard Pablo and Tyrone talking about their plan to quietly escape from the school undetected, and then going to the Vianville International Airport to catch an airplane heading to Maine because they've been wanting to visit some friend of theirs named Mabel.
Wait a second. Did you just say Mabel?
Yes, Zara, I did just say Mabel. Well, is something the matter?
Principal Skinner, it's funny you should mention Mabel. Because you and Mr. Thompson are definitely not going to believe this at all, not even a tiny bit. This morning before Pablo and Tyrone went to school, they both begged for me and Zara to take them to the Vianville International Airport so they could catch an airplane heading to Maine where Mabel lives. We kept saying no to them, because not only did they need to go to school today, but also because we hate them so much, and we never let them do anything fun. Plus, did you both watch the Weather Channel on the news this morning? It said that on Friday this week, which is in 2 days from now, there's going to be a 100% chance of severe thunderstorms all across the east coast of the United States that's expected to last for 6 full months. And that's basically another reason why we didn't let Pablo and Tyrone go to Mabel's house. Even though me and Zara both hate Pablo and Tyrone, we still want to make sure that nothing bad happens to them, and that especially includes getting struck by lightning. Before we wrap up this meeting, me and Zara both want proof that Pablo and Tyrone actually escaped from school today.
Well, Zoey, we're both glad you requested that. Come follow me and Principal Skinner to the boys' bathroom.
There's your proof right there, Zoey and Zara. The boys' bathroom's window is still open after Pablo and Tyrone climbed out of it this morning.
Oh, I cannot believe Pablo and Tyrone did that. Me and Zoey both told them multiple times that we're not going to take them to the airport so they can visit that trigger-happy old lady. They took it too far this time. You know what, Mr. Thompson and Principal Skinner? This conversation is over as of right now. Me and Zoey are both going to get those two little brats back. This means we're taking the next flight to Maine. We'll be back either tomorrow or on Friday if the flights won't be cancelled due to the upcoming severe weather. Goodbye.
Well, Zoey and Zara, good luck. Hey, wait a second. Didn't Zoey tell us that she and Zara hate Pablo and Tyrone? I don't get why those girls would hate two such gentle-seeming teenage boys. Why do they even hate them in the first place?
It beats me. Oh, and also, this may sound controversial, but aren't Zoey and Zara wanted criminals that the police have been searching for ever since September?
Alright Zoey, I've got my suitcase all packed up, and now I'm ready to go.
So am I, Zara. Let's go outside and wait for our taxi to pick us up and take us to the airport. As soon as we're at the airport, we're catching the next flight to Maine.
I agree. Pablo and Tyrone, here we come. Well Zoey, this is it. We're going to get Pablo and Tyrone back all the way from the other side of the country. Let's hope things will turn out okay for us.
I agree with you big time, Zara. Pablo and Tyrone will both be in big trouble once we finally capture them. Who knows what terrible things could be happening to them right now.
Man, Tyrone, I feel like a backyard again could immediately get used to something like this. Don't you agree?
Yes, Pablo, I agree with you on that. Ever since we arrived here in Maine, I'm loving every second of us being here at Mabel's farm. This is the life. Hakuna Matata.
Here you go, Pablo and Tyrone. I've made 2 cups of my delicious hot chocolate, one for both of you. Both topped with Cool Whip and extra marshmallows.
Thank you, Mabel. Hot chocolate sure is one of me and Tyrone's favorite drinks. It's always good to enjoy a nice cup of delicious hot chocolate with Cool Whip and extra marshmallows, especially on a dark cold winter's night in December. And you can definitely guarantee that if me and Tyrone ever plan to visit you again in December this year, we'll definitely be drinking lots of hot chocolate, not just to keep us nice and toasty warm from the freezing cold conditions outside, but also as a way of celebrating Christmas.
You got it, Pablo. And speaking of Christmas, you actually just gave me a great idea. I strongly suggest that you and Tyrone come back to visit me in December, because I have really beautiful Christmas decorations. Believe me, when I say this, I have some of the most beautiful Christmas decorations in Maine. You and Tyrone will both really admire them once you see them.
Hey Mabel, I just now noticed that painting that's mounted up on the wall. Is that you when you were younger? Because it totally looks like you when you were a young lady fighting in the army during the Vietnam War, like you mentioned to me and Pablo earlier.
Yep, Tyrone, that sure is me. Remember earlier, when I explained to you and Pablo about how I was once a United States Army soldier who fought in the Vietnam War? Well, back in 1957, which was the year I turned 18 years old and legally became an adult, that's when I first joined the Army to participate in the war. After me and my friends were officially confirmed as true soldiers, that's when we were all given our military uniforms and weapons. And before we started fighting against South Vietnam, an artist painted portraits of me and my friends, so that we'll always be remembered as former soldiers in the history of the United States Army. I fought in the Vietnam War for 20 years, from 1957 to 1977. When me and my friends were finally allowed to retire from our jobs, we all got to own our very own copies of the paintings that the artist painted out of us, and they were all given nameplates displaying the many years of dedicated service we gave to the Army. We also got to sign the paintings as well by writing our signatures on them, and then they were all taken to the National Museum of the United States Army, which is in Fort Belvoir, Virginia. And like I said earlier, I'm really proud of myself for being considered as one of the most iconic United States Army soldiers who fought in the Vietnam War.
Yes, Mabel, I remember you saying that to us earlier. And I got to say that me and Pablo are both really proud of you as well. And about that painting of your younger self on the wall, I see that your hair used to be red. Were you once a redhead in your life?
Yes, Tyrone, I sure was. Before I reached my 60s, I used to be a redhead with pretty red hair. Didn't I used to look beautiful back then? Because I sure think I did.
Yes, Mabel, you looked really beautiful in your youth. Your hair sure was pretty back when it was red. And even though you're now an elderly woman who's in her 80s, and has white hair, let me and Tyrone be the first ones to tell you that you still look beautiful even as an octogenarian.
Thank you so much, Pablo. That is the sweetest thing anyone has said to me in a long time. I'm so glad that I have you and Tyrone as friends.
I'm sure of it. And like we said earlier today, me and Tyrone are both really glad that we have you as a friend.
I know, Pablo. Now that you two have both gotten really cozy in bed with the cups of hot chocolate I made for you, how about I turn on the TV and put on a movie?
Well, of course, Mabel. Me and Pablo both really love movies. I remember how we watched The Lion King earlier today shortly after we arrived at your farm. So now, how about we watch Over the Hedge? That's one of our most favorite movies of all time.
You know what, Tyrone? That's actually not a bad idea. I didn't know you and Pablo love Over the Hedge. That's one of my favorite movies too. I have it on DVD, which is located somewhere in the living room. I'll go look for it and insert it into the TV's DVD player so you two can both watch it as you enjoy your hot chocolate.
Alright, Mabel, sounds good.
Oh man, Tyrone. This hot chocolate is absolutely delicious. You really should take a sip of yours. You'll be in for a delightful taste sensation.
Oh my God. That is so good. Mabel's hot chocolate is one of the most delicious drinks I've ever tasted. I know we've probably said this a bunch of times already, but Mabel certainly knows how to cook like a pro. Her cooking is the best in all of America.
Yes, Tyrone, it certainly is. And do you want to know something? I actually don't think we've said this one before. Mabel's cooking is 10,000 times better than Zoey and Zara's cooking. Zoey and Zara's cooking is crap, especially when they make their not-so-famous bacon and ham.
LOL, Pablo, that's a good one. And you're absolutely right. Zoey and Zara's cooking certainly isn't good at all. In fact, I don't think they even know how to cook. Because after all they ever do during their pastime is eat steak, drink beer, watch TV, make booty calls, and swim at the Vingville Beach back in Washington. And to be honest, it's actually kind of a relief that they rarely fed us, because if they got into the normal habit of feeding us regularly, we would have to deal with eating their not-so-famous food, which is quite the contrary to Mabel's famous food that she cooks.
Indeed, Tyrone. Speaking of Zoey and Zara, I'm sure they're at their house back in Washington, and they're most likely crying buckets of tears over the fact that we escaped from their sorry excuse of a home.
Hello, boys. I'm back with the Over the Hedge DVD that's ready to be played on the TV.
Excellent, Mabel. Fire it up, and let's watch it. That was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Me too. I especially laughed so hard at the part when Vincent, Wayne and Glaxosol got zapped by the Deep Elder Turbo. That's what they deserved for trying to kill RJ and the gang.
Yeah, boys, I'll admit that Over the Hedge truly is a really great movie. It was so fun to watch it with both of you, and I see that you both drank all of your hot chocolate. Did you boys like it?
Like it? We loved it. It was so delicious. Thank you for making that for the both of us, Mabel. You certainly know how to cook. Even though we've already said that a bunch of times to you today, it's worth repeating.
I couldn't agree more, Pablo. Well, I don't really see anything else fun for us to do tonight. Do you all both want to go ahead and get cozy under the blankets?
Well, Mabel, to be honest, yes. Me and Pablo are both extremely exhausted after what all we did today. We're both going to relax and call it a day. In other words, we're going to bed.
I understand completely, Tyrone. Well, boys, it was fun hanging out with y'all today. The fun continues tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, guess what I'll be waiting for both of you tomorrow morning as soon as you both wake up out of bed?
Blueberry pancakes.
You got it. As soon as you both wake up out of bed tomorrow morning, I'll be cooking blueberry pancakes for breakfast, with maple syrup and fresh cold milk.
Our favorite. Well, Mabel, good night.
Same to you, Pablo. I hope you and Tyrone both sleep well, and I also hope you both have pleasant dreams tonight. Good night, boys.
Good night, Mabel. Sweet dreams. Good night, Tyrone.
Good night, Pablo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you sleep well last night?
I certainly did.
So did I. Last night, I dreamt that you and I finally got adopted by someone. What about you, Pablo? Did you have any interesting dreams last night?
Well, Tyrone,
What's the matter, Pablo? Did you have unpleasant dreams last night?
Well, Tyrone, as a matter of fact,
It's alright, Pablo. I understand. We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. Come on. Let's head downstairs and see what Mabel cooked up for breakfast.
I like the sound of that. Let's do it. By the way, I almost forgot that we're in Mabel's house and not back in Washington with Zoey and Zara. I can't wait to see what delicious food Mabel cooked up for us to eat for breakfast.
Same here. Let's go check it out.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Mabel. I see you've cooked up breakfast for us. Is it hot and ready?
It certainly is. And take a wild guess on what I cooked up.
Is it your famous blueberry pancakes like we hoped it would be last night?
You got it, Tyrone. There are 2 plates of it sitting right in front of you at the kitchen table right there. One for you and one for Pablo. Now, I'm going to pour both of you up some nice fresh ice cold pulp-free orange juice to drink with your pancakes. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Orange juice is one of our favorite drinks, as long as it doesn't have pulp.
I don't blame you. I always prefer my fruity beverages like orange juice and lemonade to not have any pulp. Now, here are 2 big glasses of OJ coming up for both of you.
Thank you, Mabel.
No problem, Pablo. Now, dig in.
You got it.
That food was delicious.
It certainly was.
I'm glad you boys enjoyed it. So, now that you both have finished breakfast, what should we all get into today as far as fun?
Well, Mabel, I think me and Tyrone will head back to your bedroom and see if you own any art supplies. Me and Tyrone feel like drawing pictures.
You boys want to draw pictures? You got it. I do, in fact, own a ton of art supplies in my bedroom closet. Let me walk you boys into my bedroom, and I'll show you where the art supplies can be found in the closet. There's my gas mask right there. It still works, but I don't need it right now. Maybe I can use it somewhere later on.
Hey, Mabel?
Yes, Pablo. What is it?
Nothing.
Alright, boys, I found the art supplies. You two go right on ahead and feel free to draw up some nice pictures.
Thank you, Mabel. We most certainly will.
Reveille sister. Come on, get up now. Come on.
Okay. I'm up. Wow. What a morning. I feel quite exhausted after getting drunk last night. Zoey, do you remember how we stopped over at the nearby bar shortly after we arrived here in Maine at 11:30 p.m. last night?
Yes, Zara, I do in fact remember that. It almost seems as if we got so drunk, we didn't give a care about practically anything in the world. Once we finished at the bar at midnight last night, we then left to go do whatever it was we came here to do last night. We felt so drunk and exhausted that we somehow passed out here in a field and slept in it for the night. Wait a second. Why did we even come here to Maine in the first place?
Gosh, I'm suddenly drawing a blank. If I remember correctly, we flew all the way across the country from Washington to Maine inside an airplane, because I think we were trying to get someone back. Do you remember who it was we were trying to get back?
To answer your question, no. However, I do recall the weather station claiming on TV yesterday that come Friday, which is tomorrow, it's going to rain all across the East Coast for 6 months straight. Didn't I ask you what we should do as far as fun while the upcoming weather lasts?
Well, Zoey, it's funny you should mention that, because not only did you ask me that exact question, but now that I'm starting to come to my senses a little bit more, I'm starting to recall that whoever we're trying to get back, it's a someone that you and I both hate with a flaming passion, and the only true reason we're even getting that someone back in the first place is so that we can take them back home over in Washington, and we'll lock them up inside our house so we can torture them even more.
Hey, that someone is starting to sound kind of familiar right about now, but I still don't remember who exactly we're trying to get back. Perhaps we can look all over Maine and search for them until they ring a bell. As soon as we find whoever it is we're looking for, we'll take them back to our cozy little house back in Beyondville. Am I right, girlfriend?
Indeed you are. Now, let's both pick ourselves up and search all over town for that someone so we can take them back to Washington and continue to give them the undeserved karma treatment.
Hey, Zara. I just noticed that thing over there in the distance. It appears to be on the other side of this lake. Can you tell what it is?
I see it now. There's a cabin cruiser just floating in the waterway over there. I wonder who parked that in such a weird area? Not only that, but it also seems like this lake is the mouth of a river that leads to the Atlantic Ocean. So you could imagine that if someone was ever in any danger, like for an example, they get chased down by someone with a dangerous weapon, they could board the cabin cruiser and sail into the Atlantic Ocean to get away from that person. It doesn't seem very relevant, but I guess you could say that kind of scenario would seem efficient in some way.
Yeah, that sounds about right if you ask me. I'm not implying that we will, but here's what I'm thinking we should do after we kidnap that someone we're looking for. Just in case if we happen to get caught by the police or something, I'm thinking we should take that someone we're searching for on that abandoned boat and leave the United States. Because let's face it, Zara, you and I have both committed enough crimes already, including kidnapping. If we manage to hijack that boat over there, we shouldn't attract any more attention. Because after all the chaos you and I have committed over the years, including something we did 2 months ago, we're now criminals who are wanted by the FBI. But they haven't found us yet, as they are still searching for our current whereabouts.
You're absolutely right, Zoey. We shouldn't attract any more attention. We aren't like those other troublemakers known as Emily Joel and Brandy Banks. They've committed a lot of crimes since 2021. And if we attract more attention like them, we'd be dead and probably get ourselves executed. Even though they haven't been executed yet because they're both still out committing crimes across the United States.
Exactly, Zara, and precisely. And do you remember a few minutes ago, when we planned to return to Beyondville once we kidnapped that someone again? Well, now that we've established this plan, we've decided that we're not coming back to Washington after all. Even though we did tell one of the teachers and the principal at the Beyondville High School yesterday that we'll come back tomorrow if the weather won't be too crazy, there's been a change of plans.
Yep. And don't forget that we have both of their phone numbers. So if they call us and remind us about coming back, we'll just tell them that we're not coming back after all, because I'm not going to lie to you, Zoey. We've so had enough of this nonsense of us getting into trouble. Even though we've both been getting ourselves into trouble for good reasons, I seriously cannot take it anymore. So yeah, Zoey, I'm 1,000,000% on board with your plan for us to leave the United States and never return.
That's the spirit, girlfriend. Now, let's proceed to track down whoever it is we're looking for. Once we find and kidnap them again, we'll tell them that they better study French, because once we board that cabin cruiser, we're off to Paris, France.
I couldn't agree more, sister. Let's go.
All right, Tyrone. I finished my drawing. Would you like for me to show it to you?
Of course, Pablo. Show me what you drew.
I drew Alex and Gia from the Madagascar movies.
Why, Pablo, that drawing of Alex and Gia looks fantastic. You did a great job drawing them. And I'm pretty sure you'll be glad to hear that I finished my drawing too. Do you want to see it?
Oh, absolutely.
I drew Diego and Cher from the Ice Age movies. Do you like it, Pablo?
I sure do, Tyrone. I sure do. Well, now that we're done drawing pictures, what fun things shall you and I do now? Perhaps we can think of something to do with Mabel.
I like that idea. Say, what time is it?
It's 11:20 a.m. We're getting closer to lunchtime. I'm hankering some KFC. What do you say we head downstairs and ask Mabel if she can take us to Kentucky Fried Chicken for lunch today?
Sounds good. Let's go. But first, let's stash our drawings underneath Mabel's bed.
There. Our drawings are both safe and sound. Now, let's go.
Hello, boys. It looks as if you both just finished drawing pictures in my room. What shall we do now?
Well, Mabel, we are glad you asked us that. Since it's lunchtime right about now, we were wondering if you could take us to Kentucky Fried Chicken for lunch today. So can you please take us to the nearest KFC? We're hungry and ready for lunch, and fried chicken is what me and Tyrone are both craving.
Oh, absolutely, Pablo. After all, it does say 11:20 a.m. on both my watch and the cuckoo clock. This time of the day usually is considered lunchtime. So of course, you boys hop in my car, and we'll go for a drive downtown to Kentucky Fried Chicken. By the way, I'm sure you'll both really love my car. It's got a ton of fancy luxurious features that I cannot wait to show you.
Cool. Me and Pablo can't wait to see it.
I don't believe it, Zara. We've been searching all over town for 3 hours now, and we still cannot find that someone we're searching for. We don't know any of these people in Maine. Nobody looks even remotely familiar to us.
I know, Zoey. This has been extremely frustrating for the both of us. And even worse, the sky's getting darker and darker. If we're going to find whoever it is we're searching for, it's probably best that we form a hideout, a hostel, a camp, anything that'll work as shelter. Whatever we come up with, we have to think of something fast. Because that storm's coming tomorrow, and we need to find both shelter for tonight and whoever we're searching for. I don't know about you, but I just want us to get out of here already before something bad happens.
I'm with you, Zara. And don't forget that we're about to leave to go on a world tour, starting tomorrow. I hope that cabin cruiser back at the lake is plentiful on gasoline, because we'll both be in huge trouble if we try to escape from the police tomorrow and the boat's out of gas.
Zoey, do you see that over there?
I see it. It looks like a house. Who in the world would live in such an isolated area like that? I mean, Can you imagine just living out here in practically the middle of nowhere?
No, I don't think so. Now that you mention it, Zoe, it does look pretty sad and lonely to live that far away from civilization.
I know, right? I would never. Hey, wait a second. Isn't that someone we're looking for, friends with some trigger-happy old lady who lives in that very house?
You know what? I think they just might be. I still can't remember who you and I are looking for, but I'm starting to remember the old lady that they're friends with. Come on, Zoe, let's go over to that house and investigate.
Just what I was thinking. Alright, so here we are in front of an old lady's countryside cottage. Obviously, she's not going to let us in, especially if she's trigger happy and owns a gun. Because it's most likely that she's one of those old folks who doesn't like children or trespassers.
Yep. And if we're going to investigate on what's happening inside the house, let's see if you and I can both eavesdrop from that window right next to the front door.
Okay, Zara, let's use our eavesdropping equipment to pick up whatever sounds are coming from inside the house.
Sounds like a plan, Zoe. I just took out my eavesdropping equipment. Let's see what's happening inside the house.
Alright boys, I just grabbed my car keys. Let's go outside and hop in my car so we can head to Kentucky Fried Chicken. And while we're at it, I'll show you all of the cool features my car has.
That sounds like a plan, Mabel. And before we leave to go out to lunch, is it okay if me and Tyrone talk to you about something real quick?
Of course, Pablo. We're in no hurry.
This morning, when me and Tyrone were drawing pictures in your bedroom together, we were discussing fun stuff we're planning to do with you over the next few days. What do you say after lunch? We could go shopping somewhere and maybe pick up some fun stuff that me and Tyrone could both play with.
That sounds like an excellent idea. I'm totally up for it. By the way, I'm actually running a little bit low on food in my kitchen. So I was thinking perhaps we could run an errand or two to go grocery shopping.
That is totally fine. We'll handle the groceries first, and then we'll get into the fun part of our shopping today. Say, where do you want us to go shopping at, Pablo?
Well, Tyrone, I was thinking perhaps we could go to Target and purchase something really cool that came out fairly recently. I want us to get some of those talking plush toys out of ourselves. And while we're at it, I also want us to go to maybe Best Buy or GameStop so we can buy something video game related. But then again, there's a good chance that they have them at Target. Mabel, what do you say you buy me and Tyrone a Nintendo Switch? After all, we really love playing video games.
Of course, boys. I'm happy to get you everything in the world that you want. After all, I'm old enough to be a grandmother. And that's usually what grandmas do. They spoil their grandchildren. I know we are all going to have fun together. Now, let's go get some fried chicken from KFC.
Uh-oh, Zara. The old lady is coming outside. We've got to hide somewhere.
Well, Zoe, it looks like the side of the old lady's house is one option. Let's hide over here so the old lady won't see us.
Alright boys, here it is. This right here is my new car that I've had for more than a year now. What do you all think of it? Does it look snazzy, or what?
I'll say. It does indeed seem like a wonderful car. What are the fancy luxurious features that it has?
I can name off quite a few of them. On the interior, my car has leather seats that are easily adjustable, so that I can recline in them and relax, as I'm going for a nice smooth drive. And as a really elegant touch, the seats in my car have both heaters and coolers in both the front seat and back seat. So you can imagine that I'd turn on the seat cooler during summertime for when it's really hot outside, and I'd turn on the seat heater during wintertime for when it's really cold outside. More elegant features that my car has is that there's an AM/FM radio right next to the steering wheel, so that I can listen to relaxing music as I'm driving. But that's not all. My car even has a TV that I can bring out and watch movies on, and it's located right above the radio. Of course, it's too dangerous to watch TV while driving, so the TV's only on when the car is either parked or stopped at a red light.
Well, Mabel, your car seems very fancy indeed. I hope me and Tyrone can both have one like this when we grow up. What do you say we hop inside this little beauty and head to KFC?
Of course. Let's go eat lunch, and then we'll all do some shopping together.
Well, what do you know, Zara? The old lady left. Now that she's gone, what do you say we rob her house a little bit? After all, she is friends with whoever we've been searching for. If we rob her house, that'll teach them a lesson for being silly and friends with each other.
I do like the sound of that idea, Zoey. I suggest we dig through the kitchen first. After all, that old woman does seem to be quite the food enthusiast. Let's head into the kitchen by sneaking through the window, and while we're at robbing the place, perhaps we could get something to eat as well.
Alright, Zara, now that we're inside the old lady's house, what do you say we rummage through the kitchen, and then we'll rummage through the rest of the house? And maybe after we finish up here, we'll continue to track down whoever we've been searching for.
I'm 1000% on board with you, Zoey. Oh, and by the way, I'm not sure if you noticed or not, but when we were eavesdropping a few minutes ago, it sounded like the someone we're tracking down is visiting the old lady. And as it turns out, we're not looking for one person. We're looking for two. And even though I'm still a little bit drunk from last night, I'm just now remembering their names since we heard them being said as we were eavesdropping. So I guess all we pretty much need to do now is recognize their faces, and I have a feeling that as soon as we see them, we'll instantly remember who we're looking for.
Oh yeah, Zara, I heard their names being said too. The names I heard while we were eavesdropping were Mabel, which is, I guess, the name of the old lady, and I also heard the names Pablo and Tyrone. Perhaps Pablo and Tyrone is who we're searching for. And I think you're right. All we need to do now is get a glimpse of their faces, and then as soon as they're recognized by us, we'll kidnap them again. But anyway, Zara, are you ready to get down to business?
More than anything. Let's meet up back in the kitchen as soon as we're done rummaging through the house. Okay, Zoey, I think we are just about done rummaging through Mabel's house. What cool stuff did you find?
Here in the kitchen, I found a cookbook that shows all kinds of different recipes to make certain meals. It could come in handy for when we escape from the United States with Pablo and Tyrone tomorrow. In the living room, I've decided to steal a couple of magazines advertising houses and even Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues. Speaking of the latter, probably my cheekiest find of the day was a couple of Mabel's bras and panties, which I found in her bedroom. Golly, that hag is way too old to be wearing bras and panties. She's like 84 years old. Am I right, Zara?
Oh, my God. Zoey, you are indeed very cheeky. Mabel's going to be cross when she, Pablo, and Tyrone find out that their house has been robbed. Now, are you ready to know what stuff I've found in this countryside cottage?
More than anything.
In Mabel's bedroom, I've decided to steal her curlers. In the bathroom, I stole the plunger and toilet brush. So now Mabel will never be able to unclog or clean the toilet properly. And last, but certainly not least, I found something we can eat as either a snack or our lunch for today. I found this jumbo bag of big marshmallows.
Wow, that's quite a lucky find for you, sister. Say, how about we go outside and see if we can roast a few marshmallows on sticks?
I'm up for it. Let's head outside with our loot, then we'll see what we can do about roasting the marshmallows. Okay, Zoey, we're now out of Mabel's house, and we magically stashed all of our robbery loot into our pockets, and they can fit in there due to your logic. Now we can have fun. Bye. Oh boy, Zoey. It looks like the storm is coming a bit early. Should we proceed to find shelter, or do it later?
We'll do it later. We've still got like another 8 hours of daylight left. As long as we don't get struck by lightning, we should both be totally fine. After all, the chances of getting struck by lightning are usually very small. Am I right?
Yeah, you sure are indeed. Anyway, as I was saying, we can now have our fun by roasting marshmallows.
Yeah, we sure can. Only, we just don't know how we're going to roast marshmallows without a campfire. We've got to cook these, while at the same time, also find something that'll work as a makeshift campfire. So exactly how we cook these marshmallows is the real. Hey.
What is it, Zoey?
Zara? Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh yeah, girlfriend. Let's do it.
The key is to keep turning it. Get the smoky flavor nice and even.
That storm's getting closer. Hey, Zoey? Do you think that maybe we shouldn't be so...
Oh my god, Zara. You've got to taste this. This marshmallow's got this kind of, burning? Melby? It's not really a smoky taste. It's a certain, it's kind of like a... It's got like this, kaboom, zap, kind of taste. Don't you think? What would you call that flavor?
Lightning E?
Yeah, it's lightning E. Oh, we have to do that again. Okay, if the thunderstorm is still active, we'll both climb back up onto the roof. I know what this needs. Graham crackers and Hershey's chocolate. Those would both really make this.
Graham crackers and Hershey's chocolate? Why do I get the feeling it's in the kitchen?
Alright boys, we are now here at KFC. Would you like to tell me what we can order and all eat together?
How about we get a $20 fill-up? It comes with a whole bucket of chicken, 2 sides, and drinks. And it's enough to feed 3 or 4 people. What do you say to that, Mabel?
You know what, Pablo? The $20 fill-up is perfect for all 3 of us. Let's go inside and order it up, then we can all chow down.
An excellent idea. I like the sound of that.
Welcome to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Can I take your order?
Yes. I'd like to order the $20 fill-up, with an 8-piece of original recipe fried chicken. For the 2 sides, I'll order a large serving of macaroni and cheese, plus a large serving of mashed potatoes and gravy. For my drink, I'll order myself a small Pepsi. For these 2 young men here, they'll both share a large Mountain Dew.
Very well. Go find a seat while we cook your food up.
This is the life, Mabel. All 3 of us eating a fine lunch together at KFC, one of our most favorite fast food restaurants.
Right, Pablo. I think us coming here to eat lunch at KFC together was a great idea. After we finish up here, we'll go do some shopping.
Here you go. That will be $20.
Here you go, Colonel Sanders.
Thank you. Enjoy your food.
All right. Let's dig in.
That food was delicious.
It certainly was.
Yeah boys, it was indeed a fine meal we had. Now, who's ready to do some shopping?
We are. Let's go to Target, because after all, Mabel, I recall you telling us that you need to pick up some groceries while we're out and about. Well, we're at Target. Can we also purchase those talking plush toys out of ourselves, and maybe a Nintendo Switch as well? Target is one of the perfect places to get those things, because it's an all-in-one store that sells food, toys, electronics, and so much more.
You got it, Pablo. I do remember saying to you and Tyrone that I need groceries before we left to go to lunch earlier. While we're at Target, I'll take care of the groceries, while you boys go to check out the toys and electronics. Now, let's get going. Alright boys, we're now here at Target. Are you ready to go inside and check out the toys and electronics, while I go shopping for the groceries?
We sure are, Mabel. We sure are.
Let's go in there and spoil ourselves. Let's all get carried away. Let's take chances, make mistakes, and get messy.
I couldn't agree more, Tyrone. Let's go.
Alright, I'm going to get my groceries. You boys go right ahead and walk around the store and do whatever you want.
Okay, Mabel.
Well, I must say, Target certainly has a lot of toys to choose from. I mean, look at all of these Lego sets. They've got them practically out the wazoo. Hey look. Is that what I think it is? Why, it is. It's the talking plush toys out of Me and Pablo. It's almost as if these were created back when our show was still airing on TV. Wait a second, I don't get it. Why in the world would Target even have these? I get the feeling that these were seemingly discontinued a while back, and how did they even manage to end up here in the Lego section of Target's toy selection? Oh well, it doesn't matter. I think these talking plush toys out of Me and Pablo are still fun nonetheless. I'm going to go find Pablo and show him what I found.
Well, what do you know? There it is. I knew Target had the Nintendo Switch. And I especially knew that it was here in the electronics section. And you've got to admit, they certainly do have a ton of other electronics to choose from as well.
What's up, Pablo?
Hi there, Tyrone. It looks as if you've been browsing around at the toys. I see you were able to find those talking plush toys out of ourselves. Well, take a look at what I found here at the electronics section. I was able to find the Nintendo Switch. I knew Target had it. How lucky we are to be having this much fun, especially considering the fact that you and I are both spending quality time with Mabel. Am I right, bro?
Oh yeah, dude. No doubt or question about it. Well, I think we'd pretty much found what we've been searching for here at Target. Are you ready to go and meet up with Mabel at the cash register?
I'll say. Let's get going.
Hello boys. Did you all have fun browsing around the store?
We certainly did, Mabel. I browsed around at the electronics and found a Nintendo Switch, which was exactly what I've been searching for.
And I browsed around at the toys and found the talking plushies out of Me and Pablo. I'm not too sure they're discontinued or anything, and I also don't know exactly why we need them. But hey, let's get them anyway, because why not? They're still fun nonetheless, right?
I'll say. Let's head toward the cash register and purchase our stuff, then we'll head back to my house and think of more fun things to do there.
Okay. But then again, we don't have to go back to your house right after we leave Target. Maybe we can go for a drive around town first, and then head back to the house a little bit later this evening.
Alright, Pablo, I'm cool with that. Let's get going.
Man, Zara, you've got to admit that Mabel really is a food enthusiast, as well as a fantastic chef. Who knew she could bake her own donuts? They taste worlds better than the donuts you and I like to get from Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts. And her morning coffee is so much better than the coffee we get from Dunkin' and Starbucks. Don't you agree with me?
I sure do, Zoey. If Pablo and Tyrone think this too, then Mabel cooks the most delicious food in all of America. Even though we hate all of them, I must say that our compliments go to the chef. This is the life. Hakuna Matata.
Uh-oh. I think they're home. We've got to get out of the house and hide.
Let's climb out through the window.
That 6-hour drive around town wasn't a bad idea. Thank you so much, Pablo. I'm glad you suggested it right before we departed from Target.
Well, Tyrone, said Pablo. And you were right. We still had plenty of time before the 6-month-long rain starts tomorrow. Speaking of which, I'm so glad tomorrow's Friday. It's easily my favorite day of the week. And even though it's now 8 p.m., it's never too late to start making dinner. So I'll head into the kitchen and start cooking. You boys go make yourselves comfortable in the dining room.
That sounds like a good idea, Mabel. We'll see you when food is ready.
Zara, the thunderstorm is getting closer and closer. We've seriously got to find shelter for tonight while it warms up, so we can stay warm and dry if the rain starts early. Tomorrow, we'll continue our scavenger hunt for Pablo and Tyrone, and if we find them, we'll board that boat and leave the United States forever.
I know, Zoey. We better get out of here before Mabel sees us through the kitchen window. Come on, let's get going.
I have an idea. Let's go hide inside the barn.
Alright, time to start cooking. For tonight's evening meal, I'm going to make chicken noodle soup for me, Pablo, and Tyrone, served with slices of Colby Jack cheese, Ritz crackers, and orange Gatorade. Wait a minute. How did the kitchen window get open while me and the boys were gone? I could have sworn I closed and locked it before we left the house earlier today. Is it just me, or has someone been by our house while nobody was home? No way. That cannot be possible. Don't tell me we're actually living in Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Anyway, let's proceed to make dinner for me and the boys. That should get my mind off of anything suspicious that could have happened in my house today.
That chicken noodle soup sure was tasty. Thank you so much once again, Mabel. You've proven your epic cooking skills just like yesterday.
You've got to admit it, Pablo. I always do, whenever I cook up a fine meal for all three of us. Do you and Tyrone want to get cozy in my bedroom? I can bring you all another treat, if you want me to, and we can fire up another movie on the TV in there.
I suppose we could. And Mabel, me and Pablo are thinking about watching The Lion King and Over the Hedge again tomorrow, because they're two of our favorite movies, and we believe that Friday is always the best day to watch a favorite movie. We may also watch either Home Alone or The Polar Express. Because since it's November, we're getting closer to Christmas time, and it's always the perfect time to watch those films.
I like the sound of that, Tyrone. I suggest we get our holiday fun time started early. Just wait until you boys see how much I really love Christmas.
Hey, I was wondering something.
What's that, Pablo?
Mabel, when me and Tyrone first arrived at your house yesterday, did you think we were just coming over to visit and spend only a few nights here, or did you think we came all the way over here from Maine to actually live with you?
Gosh, Pablo, I don't know. I haven't even thought about that for 1 second right up until you brought it up just now. If you and Tyrone are only coming here to my house for just a simple visit, then you boys can feel free to stay here for as long as you want. Why do you ask me that question? Are you boys wanting to stay here and live with me forever as roommates or something?
Well, Mabel, to answer your question, yes. Me and Pablo honestly want to stay here in Maine and live with you for the rest of our lives. But not as roommates. Because Mabel, you're actually more than just a friend to us. You're our family. And we're thinking about you taking us in and adopting us. On our behalf, we're wanting to actually move into your house and have it be our new home. Because 9 months ago, our parents were killed in a tragic plane crash. And we were sent away to live at the Bienville orphanage until someone could come in and adopt us.
That's not the worst part though. In September of this year, which was 2 months ago, and 7 months after our parents died, someone snuck into the orphanage in the middle of the night and kidnapped us. That someone was 2 college-aged girls who've been best friends since kindergarten, and ever since the minute they first met, they've both caused nothing but chaos, havoc, and trouble throughout Vionville, which caused them to get grounded both frequently and occasionally. Their names are Zoey Balkan and Zara Dawson. Zara's family was killed in the same plane crash Dallas and Gwen died in.
And Zoey's family got eaten by a rhino which seemed like it escaped from the Bingville Zoo. And it was on the day of the night Zoey and Zara kidnapped us from the orphanage. They took us in and raised us as their foster care nephews. Instead of caring for us, Zoey and Zara never made us feel loved. They treated us like slaves, fed us fish heads, and made us sad and feel like we never had love in our lives. They had a tendency to beat us whenever we disagree with them and backtalk, and they would almost always send us to our bedroom without any dinner.
Instead of calling us by our real names, the girls called us very rude nicknames, like rotten little grubs and nasty little beasts. About 3 weeks after we were kidnapped, Zoey and Zara called us into their bedroom for a conversation, where me and Tyrone watched them removing their makeup. We were all in our pajamas that night, and Zoey said something to us that we may never forget.
And then, will you girls please take us back to the orphanage? Like you promised.
But boys, don't you like it here? A really beautiful suburban house all to yourselves.
But if we don't get back to the orphanage, we'll never get adopted.
Adopted? What makes you think anyone would want 2 homely teenage boys like you? Oh, and also, look behind you. There's something special waiting to be your dinner tonight.
Oh, do let me guess. They're not good enough for you.
What do you think this is? The White House? Get out of our sight and go to bed.
Oh God, Tyrone, why must Zoey and Zara treat us like this? Those girls never seem to make us feel loved. They treat us both like slaves, feed us fish heads, and they make us sad and feel like we never had love in our lives. There was absolutely no need for them to steal us from the orphanage. As if living here with them wasn't terrible enough, we are already sad enough because Mom and Dad died in that tragic plane crash more than half a year ago.
I know, Pablo. I don't even know what made the plane crash happen. Whatever it was, it must have been absolutely terrible. I hope you and I will both get out of here real soon. I feel so sad right now, I might cry.
I'm so with you right there, Tyrone. Let's pray to God that we'll both get away from Zoey and Zara very soon. Oh God, I miss Mom and Dad.
Me too, Pablo. At least they're both safe in heaven with God and Jesus now. Say, do you remember when we were very young, and Mom and Dad used to play us Mr. Sandman by the Chordettes? They would play it for us whenever we would be feeling upset or struggling to go to sleep at night. Even though they're not with us anymore, I feel like we could try playing it on the alarm clock behind me. What do you say to that?
Sure, I guess we could try to listen to it. Though I recall Aunt Zoey telling us that alarm clock is very old, and it hardly works anymore. I'm afraid that if we try to play Mr. Sandman on the alarm clock's radio, the song may come out very creepy, garbled, static-y, and distorted.
Well, it's worth a shot. Here goes nothing, I guess.
I don't think this is the version of Mr. Sandman that I remember.
I think you're right, Pablo. This sounds nothing like what Mom and Dad played for us when we were young. The only versions have this song I recall hearing are the true version when it's not played on an old radio like this one, plus the version in the Golden Girls where Dorothy, Rose, and Blanche sing it for a baby. In fact, I don't even know how I feel about this horror version of Mr. Sandman. It's kind of creepy.
We've really been through quite a lot this year. We don't know about you, Mabel, but me and Tyrone are both ready for 2023 to be over already. It's been the worst year of our whole entire lives. So Mabel, when we all wake up tomorrow morning for coffee and breakfast, do you think you could contact the nearest adoption center and make plans for us to get adopted by you? And see if you can contact the Viontville High School as well. Before our parents died, I believe they told us something about me and Tyrone working so much and so hard at school all the time that we actually have more than enough credits to earn a high school diploma, and maybe even a college diploma as well. So in a way, me and Tyrone will get to graduate from both high school and college early.
Well, of course, Pablo. I'm so sorry to hear that your parents were killed in a plane crash. And I'm also sorry to hear that you boys were kidnapped from the orphanage. You've both really been through a lot this year, and you truly deserve better. Don't worry, boys. I'll call the Maine Adoption Center first thing tomorrow morning. Our bond will grow bigger and stronger in no time.
Aw, thank you so much, Mabel. You're the best. Me and Pablo both love you very much.
Good morning, Zara.
Good morning, Zoey.
Are you ready to kidnap Pablo and Tyrone today?
I sure am. We need to find a way to kidnap Pablo and Tyrone today, because it's Friday, the 6-month-long thunderstorm starts in 1 hour, and we've got to board that boat and leave the United States forever before we attract any more attention and get caught by the police.
I couldn't agree more, Zara. Mabel can't have custody of Pablo and Tyrone because they're little rats. Let's get out of this smelly barn and go to Mabel's house.
Just what I was thinking. Let's get going.
Alright, let's stop and watch for a moment. What's going on inside the house so far? Zara, it looks like Mabel is still sleeping. As long as we don't get struck by lightning again, perhaps you and I could climb back up onto the roof like we did yesterday and sneak into the attic through one of the 2 windows up there. Once we're in the attic, we'll enter the main house through the attic door, search through the house for Pablo and Tyrone, and then we're out of here.
That sounds like a plan, Zoey. We've already got a whole stash of a robbery collection, so I don't think we need to take it any further with robbing Mabel's house. Let's go up on the roof and get down to business.
Man, what a morning. I'll head into the kitchen and make myself a cup of coffee. Then I'll grab the telephone and call the Maine Adoption Center so I can sign up to adopt Pablo and Tyrone. On the way back home, I'll pick up some breakfast from Waffle House. Then me and the boys can all eat a fine breakfast together.
Uh-oh. It sounds like Mabel is awake. We better hide somewhere, but we're not going back into that stinky barn.
How about we just run into the field? She probably won't suspect anything if she sees us out there.
Man, this coffee always hits the spot. It never gets old. Now that I have my cup of coffee, I need to go wake up Pablo and Tyrone so we can get breakfast at Waffle House. Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Mabel.
Do you want to get some breakfast at Waffle House?
Sure, Mabel. Let's go.
Hey Zara, it looks like Mabel and the boys are heading somewhere. Do you think they're going to get breakfast or something?
I'm not exactly sure, Zoey, but maybe that is what they're doing. In fact, I think Mabel is about to head to the adoption center so she can sign up to have custody of those little brats. We can't let that happen.
No, Zara, we can't. Come on, let's follow them.
That's a good idea. Let's see where they go to.
That was a tasty breakfast. Thank you for bringing us here, Mabel. I say me and Tyrone deserve a special breakfast since we're going to get adopted by you today.
You sure do, Pablo. Now, let's head to the adoption center so I can sign up to have custody of you and Tyrone. While I'm inside the building taking care of business, you boys can feel free to hang around outside, at least until the rain starts, which is in 30 minutes. Once it begins, you boys can come back inside the building and still hang out in there.
We're cool with that. Let's head there and get ready for the big moment we've all been waiting for.
Hello there. Welcome to the Maine Adoption Center. How can I help you?
Hi, my name is Mabel Elizabeth Griffin. I'm here so I can sign up to have custody of Pablo and Tyrone Jones.
I can't believe it, Tyrone. We're 95% complete with fulfilling our dream of us finally getting adopted by someone who actually loves and cares for us. This is the moment you and I have both been waiting for.
I know, Pablo. And Mabel is right. Our bond with her is going to grow bigger and stronger by the end of the day. You and I have been waiting for this day for 9 whole months. Whatever happens, at least we'll be together with Mabel. As Buzz Lightyear would say, for infinity and beyond.
Excuse us, you two, but why do you both look so familiar?
Well, Mabel, we've already agreed to let you have custody of Pablo and Tyrone Jones because it was written on Dallas and Gwen's will. Don't you remember?
Oh yes. I remember now. I had completely forgotten about what I told Pablo and Tyrone that day. Now that I think about it, I do wonder why Pablo and Tyrone didn't immediately get me right after the airplane crashed and killed Dallas and Gwen back in February of this year. I guess they quickly forgot about me as soon as they saw what happened that day. Well, either way, thank you so much for telling me about this. I already have full custody of Pablo and Tyrone. I'm going to go outside and tell them the good news, then we'll go do something fun, and perhaps we'll go eat somewhere for lunch. And for dinner tonight, I'll order Pablo and Tyrone a large pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut as a special treat for getting adopted.
That all sounds like a lot of fun. I'm glad you were finally able to be notified about this.
Me too. Well, I need to get going now. Take care, sir, and have a great rest of your day.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, ma'am.
Wait a minute, where did Pablo and Tyrone go? I could have sworn that they were out here when we first arrived at the adoption center. Maybe they went back to the house on foot. If they did, I should go over there and check to see if they're already back at the house.
Oh my God, Tyrone. Did you see who just walked up to us at the adoption center? Zoey and Zara must have come all the way from Washington to Maine inside an airplane of their very own.
I saw that, Pablo. They're going to get us. What are we going to do?
I've got an idea. Let's hide in Mabel's bedroom. Maybe they won't see us.
Perhaps they won't. As long as we find a good enough hiding place in there, we should be safe until Mabel gets back.
Oh God, Tyrone, I hope Mabel gets here quickly.
I hope so too, Pablo. Who knows what Zoey and Zara will do to us if they're trying to kidnap us again. Now what should we do?
We need to call Mabel for help.
Do you have your cell phone on you?
Yes, I do. So let's call her.
Hello?
Hi, Mabel. It's Pablo. Me and Tyrone ran back to the house because we've got an emergency. Please get here ASAP.
I knew you boys went back to the house. Don't worry, I'm coming over there now, as fast as I can.
Okay, good. We are hiding inside your bedroom. And please hurry. Me and Tyrone are in extreme danger. Mabel should be here any second now.
I certainly hope so.
Where are you little rats? Come out wherever you are.
Oh no, Tyrone. Zoey and Zara broke into the house. Do you think they'll find us in here?
Oh dear Pablo. They can't. Please don't let them find us.
There you boys are. We finally found you.
Zoey and Zara, please don't hurt us.
Pablo and Tyrone, we cannot believe that you boys ditched school on Wednesday and flew all the way from Washington to Maine inside an airplane by yourselves. You've both missed 2 whole days of school. And now there's a pretty good chance that you're about to miss 3 whole days. Maybe even the remainder of the 2023 to 2024 school year.
Wait, what do you mean the remainder of the school year?
Well, Tyrone, me and your Aunt Zoey are planning to.
Okay, I have no idea why the front door was wide open when I got here. And what's the emergency that's making Pablo and Tyrone hide inside my bedroom? Hey, who are you two, and what are you doing inside my house?
Well, hello there. You must be the trigger-happy old lady named Mabel, aka Pablo and Tyrone's quote-unquote mom. My name is Zoey Ruth Balkan. This girl standing next to me is my best friend and adoptive younger sister, Zara Gretchen Dawson. We've been best friends since kindergarten, causing nothing but chaos, havoc, and trouble in Beyondville ever since the minute we first met. Back when our parents and siblings were still alive, we used to get grounded a whole lot. Now that both our families are finally gone, we're now the ones in charge since there's nobody to stop us.
I know who you girls are. You're those naughty troublemakers who kidnapped Pablo and Tyrone from the Beyondville orphanage 2 months ago. Pablo and Tyrone told me all about you girls last night, and it was so heartbreaking to hear how you both treated them.
Yes, Zoey and Zara. Let's not forget all the terrible things you girls did to me and my brother. You treated us like slaves, fed us fish heads, made us feel sad all the time, and called us rude nicknames. If you girls think for 1 second that me and my brother are going back to Washington to live with you in that house again, well, you're dead wrong. Because we have news for you. Me and Tyrone are not going home with you. We hate that house and that cold room you locked us in, and how we were always hungry. And how you beat us up. And you told us we were nothing.
Me and my brother flew all the way from the west coast to the east coast inside an airplane all by ourselves. We befriended a special someone who loves and cares for us, cooks really delicious food, and was once considered one of the greatest soldiers in the United States Army during the Vietnam War. We made it. Me and my brother aren't the ones who were nothing. You girls are. We're never going back to Washington with you ever again. Not me, and not Pablo. Oh, and also, may I remind you girls that you're both actually FBI wanted criminals. Because you've done so many wrong and bad things over the last few years, and you've caused enough chaos, havoc, and trouble to the point where the police, the FBI, and the TV news have all found out about you. However, they haven't found you girls yet since they're still searching for your current whereabouts.
Wait, what? You girls are FBI wanted criminals?
Well, Mabel, as a matter of fact, yes. We are. We admit that we're now officially confirmed criminals who are wanted and being searched for by the FBI. But our crime spree in the United States ends today. Because not only are we planning to kidnap Pablo and Tyrone again, but we're also planning to leave the United States and never return. There's an abandoned cabin cruiser parked in a river leading to the Atlantic Ocean that's not too far away from here. It's waiting for us to come back with Pablo and Tyrone so we can leave the United States forever and start a whole new crime spree in Europe.
Oh, and also, Didn't Tyrone just say that you fought in the United States Army during the Vietnam War? Well, guess what? We don't believe that one little bit. You guys just made that up so that Mabel could have respect from us.
It's true, girls. I fought in the Vietnam War as a United States Army soldier for 20 whole years. Look on the wall right next to my bedroom window and see for yourselves.
Oh, we see. Well, we believe you now.
Girls, we'll have you know that we're the rightful adoptive sons of Mabel. Because our birth parents, Dallas and Gwen, wrote something on their will before they died in the same plane crash with Zara's family. They wished for Mabel to have custody of me and my brother after they die, in which they have back in February. All that was left to happen was notifying Mabel about it, and that's when she takes us in and raises us as her very own sons. When me and Tyrone boarded the airplane on Wednesday, I felt like I was forgetting something, and I'm just now remembering that this is what I forgot.
Do you girls remember when you forced us to call you our aunts? Well, guess what? We'll never call you our aunts ever again. Because you kidnapped us from the orphanage and illegally raised us as your adoptive nephews. And you girls don't deserve that kind of respect from us after all the crimes you committed, along with the abuse and pain you inflicted on me and my poor brother. And we have every single right to not call you our aunts, especially now that we're legally adopted by someone who actually loves and cares for us.
That's okay, Tyrone. Me and Zara don't want you and Pablo calling us your aunts anymore anyway.
Oh, and also, Pablo and Tyrone, would you like to know one final thing before me and Zoey kidnap you again?
What, Zara?
We would like to confess something. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that they're easily the worst things me and Zara have ever done. But here's our little secret.
I killed your parents.
What? It's true. I'm the one who's ultimately responsible for the deaths of Pablo and Tyrone's biological parents, along with my family. Here's how it all happened. Pablo and Tyrone, remember how your parents left to go out of town on that business trip to Atlanta, Georgia so they could attend a dental convention? As it turned out, my parents and 3 older siblings were going on the same exact trip, and they were flying in the very airplane that Dallas and Gwen died in when it crashed. I had to stay behind while my family went out of town because they couldn't stand my naughtiness and troublemaking anymore. After the many times of getting grounded in my life, I eventually couldn't stand my family anymore. That's when I came up with the most brilliant idea. I snuck out of my old house and borrowed a gun from an elderly man named Terry Mabs, who works as a middle school teacher in New Jersey and got arrested 2 months ago after going on a massive crime spree. After getting the gun, I walked down the street in Vinville leading to the park, where I saw the plane that Dallas, Gwen, and my family were all traveling in. I had hoped before that I would never see my family ever again, so that's when I decided to take the gun I borrowed from Mr. Maps and shoot down the airplane so my family could say goodbye to this planet.
But wait, there's more. I'm also responsible for the deaths of my parents and siblings. Right after Dallas, Gwen, and Zara's family were killed in the plane crash that was ultimately caused by Zara herself, my parents took her in and adopted her, because it was written on Zara's parents' will, sort of like how Pablo and Tyrone getting adopted by Mabel was written on Dallas and Gwen's will. Want to know how I'm responsible for the deaths of my parents and siblings? 7 months after Zara became my adoptive sister, we both decided to come up with the next brilliant idea after killing Zara's family and Pablo and Tyrone's parents. On the day of the night we kidnapped Pablo and Tyrone from the orphanage, my parents and 3 siblings went out to run some errands, while me and Zara stayed home alone. While they were gone, we snuck out of the house and went to the Vianville Zoo, where I set a rhino free from its enclosure, and then cast a magic spell on it so that it would track down my family and eat them.
No. Murderers.
How could you girls do this? You literally killed your own families, as well as Pablo and Tyrone's poor mother and father. You're both now officially confirmed murderers. And since I'm a former United States Army soldier, do you know what we do to murderers like you two evil girls?
What, Mabel? What do you Army soldiers do to murderers like me and Zara?
Since I'm a former U.S. Army soldier, and since you girls are literally murderers who are responsible for your family's deaths, as well as Dallas and Gwen's deaths, it's my job to execute you girls by shooting. Just wait until I grab out my gun and shoot you girls dead.
You girls done messed up big time.
Get them, Mabel.
I sure will, Tyrone. You and Pablo go find somewhere to hide.
I think we better get out of here.
You can't hide forever.
Come on, Tyrone. Let's go hide in the attic. I hope Mabel gets rid of those psychopaths.
I hope so too, Pablo. They'll deserve it for taking Dallas and Gwen's poor and innocent lives away. Pablo. Do you have any idea what all of that stuff is for? What do you think is inside those briefcases, and why is there a large metal cage?
Wow, Tyrone, I have no idea. But I can't help but feel like these all have something to do with Zoey and Zara. It's telling me about something crucial they're planning to do.
Come on, Zara. Hurry up. That crazy granny is almost here.
Oh my god. I cannot believe it. Mabel literally just pushed me off the landing. Did you see that, Zoey?
I saw the whole thing, Zara. I'm so sorry that Mabel pushed you off the landing. I hope you're not hurt too much. Man, you are probably going to need therapy after that fall.
Well, it serves you girls right for committing numerous crimes in your lives. That especially includes murdering your families along with Pablo and Tyrone's poor mother and father. Now, I'm coming downstairs to sentence you girls to death.
Oh no, Zoey. That crazy grandma is going to get us. What are we going to do?
There's only one thing we can do. Let's hide inside the living room.
Oh no, you girls don't. You're both going to get it. Get ready for the execution.
Oh great. Now Zoey fell. Zoey, are you okay?
I'm fine, Zara. I tripped over the TV stand. Though I will say, I'm definitely going to need therapy after that one.
Murderers.
Mabel. Mabel, please. Please have mercy. We beg you.
You girls don't deserve to live.
What are you going to do to us? Surely you wouldn't kill two college-aged girls.
No, Zoey and Zara. Me and my sons aren't like you. And they're not going home with you. They're already home. Here in my cozy countryside cottage.
Oh Mabel, thank you. You're truly a good and noble soldier. Me and Zoey will both make it up to you. How can we prove ourselves to you? Tell us, anything.
Run. Run away, Zoey and Zara. And never return.
That's just what we had in mind. We're planning to run away from the United States forever anyway.
You girls are escaping from the United States. But not with my sons.
Yes.
Of course.
As you wish. General Mabel.
Okay, that is the last time you are going to pull that crap. You girls are so terrible and evil that it's about time someone puts you to death. Zoey Balkin and Zara Dawson, I hereby sentence both of you to death by shooting for all the numerous crimes you girls have both committed together, along with the murders of your families and Dallas and Gwen. Whoops. Sorry about that.
Run. No, Zara. You'll lead her to the attic.
I'll get you girls.
No, don't.
Oh no. I'm out of ammo.
Zoey, help me.
Zara, start swinging the light. Hurry before she grabs more bullets. Don't worry, I'll try to grab you.
Where are those extra bullets?
Zara, swing to me.
Yes, I found more bullets.
Hurry, Zara.
Let's go.
Whoa. Oh look, an air vent. Get inside.
I got you crazy girls now. Did I kill them? It seemed as if they were trying to escape through the air vent and into the attic. This is too close to call. I cannot tell if I shot them or if they barely escaped at the very last second. Oh, so you girls are still alive?
Of course we are, you crazy old lady. That was insane of you to try and shoot us to death with that rifle of yours. And you failed big time due to all the numerous holes you blew in the walls and ceiling of your own house in the process.
Pablo and Tyrone, are you boys okay?
We don't know, Mabel. If you asked us right now what the best word would be to describe how me and Tyrone are both feeling right now, it would be traumatized. Me and Tyrone are downright traumatized after what all has happened.
I'm sure of it, Pablo. I'm so sorry for what all has been going on.
Hey! Zara, what are you doing to me and my brother?
Boys, you better start studying your French, because we're going to Paris tonight.
Load them up, Zara.
Zoey and Zara, no. You crazy girls can't do this to us. This isn't humane.
We don't care, Pablo and Tyrone. We're escaping from the United States forever, and we're taking you boys across the Atlantic Ocean with us whether you and Mabel like it or not. Zoey, go load the boys and our robbery collection up into the golf cart that's parked outside and waiting for us.
Will do, Zara. I'm on it.
Whoa, wait just a minute. Did you girls literally rob my house?
We sure did, you old hag. Yesterday, while you and the boys were out of the house, me and Zoey decided to rummage through your house and commit a bit of a robbery. In the kitchen, Zoey found one of your cookbooks. In the living room, she stole a couple of magazines. And in your bedroom, she stole a couple of your bras and panties, which you are way too old for. As for myself, I stole your colors from your bedroom, a bag of jumbled marshmallows from the kitchen, and even the plunger and toilet brush from your bathroom, so now you won't be able to unclog or clean the toilet properly.
Everything we stole from your house is all packed up in these briefcases, which we're taking with us on the cabin cruiser that's waiting for us so it can help us to escape from the United States forever. And if you ask me, a robbery serves you right, you old hag who has very poor gun aim due to a lack of any recent practice and ends up shooting the inside of her own house instead of two FBI wanted female criminals who are about to escape and make you eat our dust.
Oh my god. You girls are even worse than I thought. Since I just got to know yet another wrong and bad thing you've both done, I've got a little something for both you girls. Take this. What the? You girls are bald.
Yes, Mabel. We hate to admit it, but it's true. Me and Zara are both truly bald. This is our actual hair. The hair you've seen on our heads the whole entire time was actually wigs. Me and Zara were both wearing wigs right up until you slapped us and knocked them off of our heads.
But I don't get it though. How in the world are you girls literally bald?
We'll tell you, Mabel. Right after I was taken in by Zoey's parents, which was on the day my family and Dallas and Gwen died in the plane crash back in February of this year, Zoey's dad gave both me and Zoey herself a haircut as a consequence/punishment for all the wrong and bad things we did in our lives together over the years, which caused us to get grounded numerous times. Zoey's dad shaved us completely bald, and afterwards, he poured a magic potion on our heads to where our hair will never grow back. It also made us lose our hair color. So now me and Zoey both have old man hair?
And that's what you girls both get and deserve. It serves the both of you right to have your heads shaven completely bald and magically not able to grow your hair back ever again. That'll teach you a lesson after all the many wrong and bad things you girls have done after all these years. Especially for taking away the poor and innocent lives of not just your own families, but also our poor mother and father as well.
Shut up, Tyrone. Now, you and Pablo get ready for our escapade to Paris. Me and your Aunt Zara will go start up the golf cart so we can skedaddle, especially from your quote-unquote mom. We've got a boat to catch. Say Zara, what do you say we stop by the wreck of the Titanic as we're sailing across the Atlantic Ocean?
I like the sound of that, Zoey. And I hear there's a famous singer by the name of Zara. She's apparently an archenemy to Jonah Campbell and 1992 Mitsubishi River sports gear. I say we befriend and team up with her so we can go from being an evil duo to an evil trio.
Don't worry, boys. Mom's coming to save you.
Get those girls, Mabel. Don't let them get away with me or Pablo.
Zoey and Zara, you girls will never take us alive.
They just did take us alive, Pablo.
It's a figure of speech, Tyrone. Instead of criticizing me, why not use your big brain to think of a way out?
I knew my gas mask and hard hat would eventually come in handy. I knew it would be time to use them at some point. I believe it's time to take this the hard way and continue to chase down Zoey and Zara using my rat poison. I can't let them escape from the United States with Pablo and Tyrone. Alright, I'm going to go fetch my gun and pick up my rat poison so I can chase after Zoey and Zara, and hopefully stop them before they make it to the cabin cruiser and reach the Atlantic Ocean.
Come on, Zara, let's get the heck out of here.
I'm on board with you, Zoey. It's Paris or bust.
Let's pick up the boys and get to the boat that's waiting for us. I'll carry the cage as a backpack. It'll make our escapade that much easier.
Uh-oh. Here comes the old lady. Let's go.
Gosh darn it. They dodged the rat poison.
Okay, Zara, is it just me, or is Mabel literally trying to spray rat poison at us?
I think that's what she's doing. We have to get out of here right now.
How do the girls keep escaping from the rat poison? I guess I'll have to use my rifle again.
This is insane, Zoey. First Mabel tried to kill us by shooting us with her rifle, and now she's trying to kill us with rat poison. She really is a crazy grandma.
Exactly, Zara, and precisely. It's only a matter of time before we make it to the cabin cruiser, and then the Atlantic Ocean.
We murderers get back here with my sons right now, before I shoot both you girls dead.
We're almost there, Zoey. Keep driving, and then we're gone.
Good. That was my last gunshot. Not only am I all out of ammo again, but Zoey and Zara just got into the boat and escaped from me, and now they're heading toward the Atlantic Ocean.
Man, that was a close call.
You're telling me. I don't know about you, sister, but I'm heavily traumatized after that act tried to kill us by shooting, and then with rat poison.
I don't blame you, girlfriend. The sooner we get to Paris, the better. And perhaps while we're in Paris, we should buy some new wigs to cover up our bald heads so that nobody will make fun of our actual hair, in which we're both practically bald after my now deceased father shaved off our beautiful hair and replaced it with wigs that looked exactly like our hair before it was removed from our once gorgeous heads.
Yep. And it's especially a good thing that we managed to not attract any more attention and get ourselves caught and arrested by the police.
You hear that, boys? This is a stolen boat, and we're not going to attract any more attention.
Alright, that's it. I give up on trying to execute those girls. They've pretty much gotten away and are escaping from the United States. If they ever come back one day, I'll execute the both of them for sure. All that matters now is saving Pablo and Tyrone. I need to go start up my car, head over toward the harbor, and rent a boat of my own, so that I can continue to chase after Zoey and Zara across the ocean. No matter what it takes, I'm going to save my sons from those psychopathic murderers. I'm coming, you boys. I'll save you from those crazy murdering girls.
Step on it, Mabel. We are going to lose them.
How did you boys?
We're Protagonists, Mabel. We can get out of a cage. Not even hard to do.
That was very brave of you to fight against Zoey and Zara and to come save us from them. Even though you unintentionally destroyed the inside of your house, I suggest we get the place mended. It should take no time at all.
I'm with you, Pablo. I can't believe you and I were hesitating yesterday about us going home. This whole time, ever since we arrived in Maine 2 days ago, we were already home. Our home is Mabel's cozy countryside cottage.
It sure is, Tyrone. It sure is. Not only were you boys already home this whole time, but we were also a rightfully adoptive family this whole time too. I had completely forgotten about what I told you and Pablo back in February right before Dallas and Gwen passed away. You boys seem to have also forgotten.
I believe we have, Mabel. Well, now that we all know we're officially and rightfully a legal adoptive family, let me and Tyrone be the first ones to say,
We love you, Mom.
I love you too, sons. And what do you know? After what all has happened today so far, it's only 10 a.m. So that means it's still pretty early. So boys, let's all go have our first day as actual mother and sons. I'll take you out to do as many fun things as you want. You boys definitely deserve a special lunch from one of our favorite fast food restaurants as a reward for both getting adopted by me and making an epic escape from the evil Zoey Bakken and Zara Dawson. For dinner tonight, I'll order all three of us a large pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut.
Thank you so much, Mabel. You're the best. We love you very much.
We're ready for the day. Step on it, Mom.
You got it, Tyrone. First stop, the mall.
Hey, listen. If you boys behave, maybe we'll let you call us Aunt Zara and Aunt Zoey again. Deal?
Hey, do you want to sing my song with me? I'm ready to ride in the rain.
Wait, what?
I feel good. I feel good. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. I am so glad because now we get to play with you. Oh, so glad. Yahoo, let's go. Ride in the rain, let's go. Ride in the rain, Yahoo.
No way. This can't be.
Hey look, there's a note.
Well, Tyrone, I'm so glad we were able to get the house washed and mended. Just in time for us to start living here. It took quite a bit of time, but if you ask me, it was well worth it.
It certainly was, Pablo. I'm especially glad that Mabel reached out to our old school back in Washington and informed them about the amazing story. Not only that, but they also excused us from their campus and gave us both our high school and college diplomas early. So I suppose you and I get to have a permanent summer vacation, right?
You can say that again. Another thing I'm really amazed by is how the TV news has found out about us. Reporters from every channel are telling the story of how we flew all the way across the country all by ourselves and finally got adopted by who was once considered one of the greatest United States Army soldiers, along with escaping from 2 FBI wanted criminals who just barely escaped from getting executed for their numerous crimes.
I know, right? Headlines are being made on newspapers saying the story of an epic escapade, and authors all over the United States are requesting to write stories about our huge adventure and have them published as books. We've told them that they're free to do so. We won't mind at all if that happens.
Exactly, and precisely. And I couldn't agree more. Wow, I can't believe it.
What is it, Pablo?
Tyrone, you probably won't believe this, but I just received text messages from our old friends, Uniqua, Tasha, and Austin. They just found out about the story of our epic coast-to-coast escape from Zoey and Zara, and they told both you and me in our group chat that they're all going to move here to Maine so they can live close to us again.
That's amazing, Pablo. Perhaps once you need Cook, Tasha, and Austin all move here to Maine to live close to us, we could get together with them in our backyards again and have more imaginary adventures just like the ones we had with them when we were young. Those were the good old days.
They sure were, Tyrone. They sure were. And who knows? Perhaps we could all go on a real adventure. After all, you, me, and them are all close to entering adulthood. It's about time we start seeing the world. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah. We're going to go all over the globe. We're going to visit Paris, London, Tokyo, New York City, you name it. And maybe even the North Pole as well. While we're in the North Pole, we'll hopefully encounter Santa Claus, and hopefully it'll be Christmas time when that happens.
Boys, dinner is ready. Do you want to come and get yourselves seated in the dining room?
Sure, Mom. We'll be there in just a minute.
Okay. I'm still setting up the table. You boys take all the time you need.
Thanks, Mom. And we sure will.
Man, Tyrone, that final battle last week was both epic and insane. Boy, am I sure glad that we finally escaped from Zoey and Zara for good. And let me tell you, I'm still extremely traumatized after what all happened last week. I thought something really bad was going to happen to us. We almost got kidnapped a second time.
I don't blame you, Pablo. And I'm not going to lie to you, that was indeed pretty scary. But hey, look on the bright side. It's a pleasure to know that you need Cook, Tasha, and Austin are all going to move here to Maine very soon. I guess after hearing the story of our epic escape from Zoey and Zara, they couldn't resist coming here to live close to us again, just like they all did when we were children.
I know, right, Tyrone? That's certainly something to look forward to. I can't wait to see all of their faces again. But there's just one final thing I'm wondering now.
Oh yeah? What is it?
Tyrone, now that they've escaped from the United States and are off to head on their new adventures, what do you think is next for Zoey and Zara?
I don't know, Pablo. I just don't know.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him the word that I'm not a rover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Oh, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum 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 bum. Mr. Sandman,
yes?
Bring us a dream. Give him a pair of eyes with a come hither gleam. Give him a lonely heart like Pagliacci, and lots of wavy hair like Liberace. Mr. Sandman, someone to hold would be so peachy.